So the big question that's really hitting everyone's minds nowadays is how good is Black Ops 6 Zombies? And I am here to answer that question with my own thoughts because I've been playing the game quite a bit. I have already, I think, almost a day played, and I'm almost Prestige 1. I've done both the Easter eggs, done both Liberty Falls and Terminus on 2-player. I have 2 gold camos unlocked so far in Zombies. We downloaded the game early to play it, and I played it in New Zealand. I was in New Zealand for a day to play the game early. And yeah, I just want to talk about it. This is just unscripted, just rambly thoughts about Black Ops 6 Zombies so far because, yeah, I think it's actually really good. I know a lot of people are kind of mixed on it. Some people are like, oh, too much Warzone. Like, oh, this isn't Zombies. I'm like, I don't know what you guys have been playing, but this is fire. I keep seeing memes online of things like BO6 is good when you don't have people shouting in your ear about how good BO3 used to be. And I mean, like, sure, BO3 is good. Like, yeah, it's still the best Zombies, I agree. But, like, I don't know. BO6 is looking great. It's definitely a big improvement from Cold War, which I thought Cold War was alright. Like, I thought it was good, but it wasn't, like, mind-blowing. There were some good parts in Cold War, but I already think all of that has been surpassed with Terminus, at least. Liberty Falls, it's fine. I'll talk about it a little bit in a sec. But Terminus, by far, is, like, the superior map, the superior experience. It's what I really was looking forward to with BO6, and thankfully it paid off. So yeah, let's just go over some general map thoughts. I'll start with Liberty Falls first. It's an okay map. I kind of wish there was a little more going on that wasn't just the Easter egg. Like, I know it's supposed to be the casual map, but like, you get in there, you're starting like a gas station, you open up a couple doors, and then you already have Pack-a-Punch. There's not really much else going on. Yeah, it's okay. I do like getting the jet gun. I like doing the free quest for the jet gun. I think that's actually pretty fun. The jet gun also itself is like a really good weapon. I think I like it better than the beam smasher in Terminus, but I'll talk about that in a sec. Yeah, Liberty Falls is like it's still a fun survival map. I've gotten to around 50 on it. I did around 51 exfil. Thank God chopper gunners exist. Chopper gunners carry that exfil. I guess just a high round general thoughts. I don't really like high rounds that much. Like, I think they're okay doing that. The highest round I've ever done is I got to around 100 on D Machine, but that map was baby mode easy. So yeah, that's not like the biggest achievement. And then I've gotten to around 50 on all the other Cold War maps. I got to around 50 on a couple BO3 maps, not all of them. Like, I did most of the main game except for, no, I did the whole main game. Yeah, I did all of the base games, and not all of Chronicles though. But yeah, I know in Cold War, I believe it was like 45, 40. I think it was I think it was 50 when Super Sprinters started like trickling in, and then when you hit 55, that's when like everything onwards was Super Sprinters. I noticed in this game, it's 40. It's when you hit round 40, you get like a couple Super Sprinters, and they just start popping up. Then when it's like 45, and like high 40s, that's when like I'm pretty sure everything was Super Sprinting at that point. Maybe not, I don't remember it quite well. Definitely around 50, everything was Super Sprinting. And personally, I'm not the biggest fan of Super Sprinters. I'm okay when it's like, I get it for high rounds, that's acceptable. But like in some of the BO4 maps, like later Alpha Omega when there's Acid Zombies, or like even just Tog or Toten, you can randomly get Super Sprinters, and it's so annoying. I still remember when I was playing Tog when I was recording for my video series like a month ago. I was just kind of playing it on my own time before recording it. I swear to God, I had a Super Sprinter on like round 6 when I was doing a solo Easter egg run. It was so ridiculous. You do not need Super Sprinters so early. But yeah, other than that, Liberty Falls has a lot of really cool side Easter eggs. Like the bowling is really cool. I don't have any footage of that. I just have like random high gameplay I was playing with some friends. But yeah, bowling is stupid fun. I can't believe that's a thing in the game. And like I saw that you can use the Aetherella trap. You can like turn into her. I saw a Instagram video of people talking about that, and people were like, oh, that looks so lazy because it just is like a statue that just moves around. It looks like prop hunt. People are so boring, bro. That looks so fun. I want to do that really badly just because it looks really goofy, and it's just, Zombies is supposed to be fun. I don't know, like, I liked how a series BO3 was, but Zombies is fun. It's a video game. Have fun. It's just goofy. Yeah, I don't know. People are such a downer and such haters. Just look at what's fun and try to be more positive, because man, people are shitting on this game. People either are enjoying it or just like hating it and don't think it deserves any good attention. People are such haters. Also on Liberty Falls, the Pack-a-Punch camo is so weird. I don't know what it is. I thought it was like fucking marijuana like leaves at some point. I thought it was that. And then I think it's now like crystals that kind of look like popcorn at one point, but I think it is like just different colored crystals. It's really weird. I like the secondary effects on like your gun handle and like where you actually pull the trigger. So not like on the actual like section, like main section of the gun, it's on like the grips and stuff. There's like a hexagon kind of looking pattern. That looks cool. But I don't know, the main camo is really strange. Like I don't hate it, but it's just like, what am I looking at, bro? Yeah, there's also abominations on Liberty Falls. They're okay. They're fine. They're not the most annoying thing. Like, I definitely can tolerate abominations pretty well. I don't really have many issues with them. Amalgams are way harder. I'll talk about those in a moment. Yeah, Liberty Falls is decent. I don't think it's like amazing. Oh, I should talk about the Easter egg. So the Easter egg, I've done it once on 2-player, and it was like fine. It took us like an hour and like 15 minutes maybe. That was with like us really trying to take our time in rounds to get set up. Like I think I was using the Marine SP shotgun, which is a really good shotgun by the way, and I had the jet gun in our game. So the jet gun hard carried that lockdown because we were on like mid-20s I believe when we did it. And yeah, the steps, I might do a like more in-depth discussion on the Easter eggs themselves, but like the step where you have to bring the high value target over to the trap and then like suck up their canister and bring it. I hate the walking up with the canister, so boring because you can't sprint. It's just like ugh. Especially the one when you're at spawn, you gotta walk so far across the map. It's whatever. I don't love it. But I liked the idea of the small mini puzzle where you get the stress counter, you need to go up to the machines and like set the colors. I wish there was more to that. It's like you look at it and you're like, oh, I just set this to green. And that's the whole thing. It's you do in like 30 seconds. Especially on co-op, you could literally do it in like 5 seconds if everyone goes to their own machines. I don't know. I wish there was like a little more to it, but I understand that it's not supposed to be a super long Easter egg. One thing I don't like though is they made the intro cutscene so cool and really good. It's one of the best intro cutscenes that the Easter egg has absolutely fuck all to do with the intro cutscene. It was kind of disingenuous to make an intro cutscene like that and then have the main story of the map have nothing to do with it. Like no Richtofen at all. No like Sam or anything. No discussion of what Richtofen has been up to. Maybe there's like radios and intel about that. I don't read that stuff. But, like, man, what is going on here? You talk to this guy named Panos or whatever it is. And you, oh, this might be a little bit of spoiler. Okay, skip like 20 seconds if this is a spoiler. Yeah, okay, skip ahead like 20 seconds right now. But yeah, you talk to this Panos guy and then he like you help him escape. And then he's like, oh, I have some debts to settle, and then fucks off and leaves you in the Dark Aether. I don't know. I think that's really goofy. Just like maybe it'll lead somewhere eventually, but I don't know. Okay, spoiler talk done. I'm gonna have more spoilers in a moment when I talk about Terminus, but yeah, I think overall Liberty Falls, I have to play it more, definitely, but I think I'm already starting to kind of solidify my opinion on the map. It's like a little, it's kind of average. Like I think the most average map in all of Zombies personally is D Machine. Like if I was to put all maps from all games in a tier list, the most like middle map is probably D Machine for me personally. I think Liberty Falls is kind of around my same thoughts as D Machine. Like it's fun. It might be a little bit lower, but I do like the jet gun way more than the die. I didn't really care much for the die. The die wonder weapon's like okay. But yeah, that's Liberty Falls. And now jumping to Terminus. Now that is a map. That is a banger map. It's really good. I'm a big fan. They did so much right with Terminus. Having a set crew is fantastic. That map has cool pack camos. I love the pack camos. I like the layout of the map. The mantling and the omni movement is really put to really good use in that map. And like the tentacle trap and the void cannon trap, those are cool. Oh my god, SAM trials are awesome. I love SAM trials. They're awesome. They're a great thing to do when you're playing the match. And it's not like the old trial system where you kind of need to do a challenge, finish it, and then like, oh, I got to this rarity, now I need to go buy another challenge to keep going. It's not like stacking, it's literally just you do this one, you get this one to legendary, and then that's it. And it's better. I like it way better. It's also way more variety in challenges because they have a system set up where it's like, oh, get us kills with the score streak, but we'll give you the score streak, which is really nice. Or it's like, get kills with the field upgrade. And usually I run healing aura because I play co-op. And I have the most time played, so I have the most perks unlocked with Healing Aura. And like, it's nice that I can just go into the menu and really quickly switch to energy mine, where in Cold War, you would never have challenges like that. Some challenges are really annoying though. Like ones that are like, I don't know. Some of the challenges are really annoying. Like getting like the PhD flopper ones. Like that's really fun. But if you're on like round 30 and you're trying to do it, you're like, oh god, flopper's not that good. Like it's fun, but I wouldn't say it's like incredible to use. And like some of the challenges where like you need to get kills with certain score streaks, but you only get one of those score streaks, and then you have to go buy more. Oh my god, especially the RCXD challenge. It's like the main explosion from the RCXD does dick all. It does nothing. It's so bad. But the pulses, the like Ethereum pulses that come off, actually do get kills. But if you like touch a zombie with the RCXD, it just explodes, and it's like fuck, failed the challenge now because I need to go buy a new one. And like it's gonna be on an early round potentially. I don't want to blow all my salvage because you need to really stay on top of your level on the the difficulty curve of that game. You need to be constantly leveling up your weapon, or you're gonna start falling behind, and you're really gonna feel when you're underpowered in that game. Or Black Ops 6, not that game. I'm talking about that game. But no, it's okay. Yeah. Oh, then there's the amalgams. I know a lot of people. I don't know how people feel about the amalgams. I think they're pretty cool. They do kind of look like just like an enemy from World War II zombies. They're not the most interesting looking enemies. I do kind of like the grab attack. I don't like it when they spam it. When they spam it, it's really annoying. There has been some times where it's just like over and over they'll just spam it. Or like on higher rounds, you might get 2 of them to spawn on solo. I don't know if that's going to get patched or anything. But I think I got to round 30 once and there was like 2 of them at once. Which is, that's fine. They wanted to make the game more difficult, and it definitely is more difficult, at least past round 25, than Cold War. Absolutely no question about that. But I don't know, the amalgams are a little, they can be annoying when they decide to use one specific attack over and over. Like other than that, they're not that bad. They can be really beefy unless you have a shotgun. If you have a shotgun, it's like a clip and a half, they're cooked. Like the ASG, that gun is fucking incredible. It's so good. Yeah, shotgun meta is definitely the way to go right now, especially for the Easter eggs, which I'll talk about the Terminus Easter egg in a sec. But yeah, there's also so many side Easter eggs on Terminus, it's actually crazy. There's so many like free perk or like extra salvage drops. Or, like there's even the one Easter egg where you like cook a fish. I saw there was an achievement for that. Haven't done that yet, but it's really cool. And then there's another achievement that was oh no, sorry, not achievement. There's the one for like speedboat racing. Dude, you're joking, right? That's sick. I saw another Instagram video of that, and somebody was like, that's not zombie. What is this? This is not zombies. People be like, COD is dead. You guys are missing out by just not having an open mind, because Treyarch cooked with this map, and it's bums like you that are ruining it. And Treyarch are gonna see that and see the negativity and be like, oh, we need to make more Cold War schlop. No, be more interesting. I don't care if the next map that hopefully comes out in December, I don't care if the next map has like as many side Easter eggs. Just make it cool. Give it a fun Easter egg that's replayable. Give it an interesting map layout, interesting map setting. Like Terminus is a cool setting. It's like a little bit of, it's like, it gives me some Zetsubo vibes, and it's also like a little bit of prison vibes. It just got a really interesting setting. It's got the ambience, it's got the atmosphere. I fuck with it. Liberty Falls not as hot in that department. It's like fine. But I play zombies more for gameplay than setting, or sorry, more for gameplay than atmosphere. But like, if a map has a good setting, that really elevates it. Cause like, there's some maps that don't have very interesting settings, like Exo Zombie maps. That does not do anything. Or like Forsaken, I think has a really boring setting. But like, I still like the gameplay of it. It's still fun. I don't like the enemy spam on Forsaken, but no, Terminus has a great setting, and I like how. I was worried when they first showed the map being like, it's really big because it's got all these separate islands that kind of orbit around the main central prison. And I was really concerned that they were going to make it that the like extraneous islands around would have like core components, like that have perks and stuff on it. And I was going to be like, oh, or like Pack-a-Winch would be on those islands, like, oh god. I go so far for these core components of the game. But no, it's not like that at all. It's usually used for like side quests, like getting the free beam smasher. That's a thing. That's you kind of do around on islands, or like some steps of the Easter egg. Sure, the Easter egg, that's fine. But like, there's no perks over there. Everything's nicely situated and all like evenly distributed throughout the main island, which is fantastic. Yeah, I'm just glad that they didn't fuck around with making those islands a very core component. Like, you could play the whole game without going to those islands. Sometimes there's things that'll spawn there, like the mystery box, like Sam Trials. And it's fun to go there every once in a while, but I don't want to be like, oh, I just down, I have to go back to those islands to pick all my stuff up. Like, that would be so annoying. Wonder Fizz is different, because Wonder Fizz is round 25. I'm glad that it's in a hard to reach place. I'm glad that they gated it to be a higher round. I hated on Cold War where you could just go and buy everything all at once. I'm glad that's done. I'm glad they've changed that, and I think it's overall kind of a fixed issue. It's more annoying on Liberty Falls though, when you kind of have to rely on free like side quests and free perk things to get Elemental Pop and Deadshot. I think that's annoying because Elemental Pop is one of my favorite perks. And yeah, it's a little bit of a bummer that those are not naturally occurring on Liberty Falls, those machines. But it's whatever. Some other things about Terminus I need to talk about. The Beam Smasher. It's okay. I don't like love it. I think it's pretty cool, and it has interesting uses in the Easter egg, as in like blasting a tentacle trap. I think it's a cool wonder weapon. I think it looks cool, but it's just not the most interesting to use to me. Like, I know you got your left trigger, that's what like stuns zombies, and then if you beam them, they take way more damage. And then you just have like the normal beam, of course. And they do pretty good damage against the amalgams, that's for sure. But it's not the most helpful for the Easter egg, other than like a couple parts. Yeah, I think the Beam Smasher is like, it's a pretty average wonder weapon for me, honestly. Maybe like slightly above average, but I don't like love it. I'm not in love with it. I like the jet gun more, for sure. Even though the jet gun is not technically an original wonder weapon, it's just like a revamped version of Transit 1. But no, Beam Smasher is cool. Yeah, I'm glad it's at least unique. No, it doesn't feel like any other wonder weapon, which is good. I hope they keep up this trend, because, like I said, Treyarch is cooking. They got so much good stuff set up here. And I'll talk about that, like I said, I'll talk about the Easter egg soon. But yeah, they're on a roll here. They really cooked at the start of the game, and I just really hope that they keep it up with post-launch maps. And I hope we'll get one in December. I really hope we get like 3 more throughout the year. So we get like Terminus and Liberty Falls, and then we get the December map, maybe a map in like March, maybe a map in like June, and then a map in like August, September. Like a total of these 2 launch maps and then 4 more DLC season maps. I think that'd be perfect, because Cold War did not have enough maps. That was a big issue with Cold War that I didn't like, because it had like D Machine was only a launch, and that was the only thing at launch. There was Dallops Arcade 3, but that's not really zombies. That's like its own thing. So I didn't really count it, but only D Machine was annoying. But having both Terminus and Liberty Falls to flip between gives this game so much more replayability. It makes me want to play it way more, because if I get stuck on, or if I like play a long game of Terminus, I don't necessarily want to just go back into Terminus, but I'll be like, okay, I'll play a shorter game of Liberty Falls, and I'll go play Liberty Falls, and I'll do a good game, and then I'll leave. And it was fun. I was like, okay, this was great. Then maybe I'll take a break, or even if I'm like going to bed, I'll be the next day, be like, you know what, I'm in the mood for more Terminus because I just played Liberty Falls. Whereas D Machine, you play a long game of D Machine, then you're done and be like, I don't know if I want to redo that all again, and then I don't really want to play as much zombies right now. So yeah, 2 maps, 1 like bigger map, Terminus, and 1 more casual map, Liberty Falls. That was the right move. Even if Liberty Falls isn't the greatest map, the variety is definitely what is most appreciated. But now I gotta talk about the Terminus Easter egg, and yeah, I'll be like a 2-minute little talk. So if you want to avoid spoilers, join back at like 2 minutes from now, maybe skip ahead like 2 minutes. So yeah, the Terminus Easter egg is really good. They killed it. I'm very happy with it. You got like a mid Easter egg boss fight with the fight against Nathan. That's great. And then there's a cutscene for it too. That's awesome. Wrap up with the story for Maya, and then you have Dr. Modi get introduced, and you gotta go fuck her up. Yeah, there's just a lot of I really like the step of where you need to go get the hacking device, and then you have to go hack the buoys. I think that's a really fun step, especially on co-op. Like, some person's whipping around the bow while the other person's trying to hack these buoys in time. And then you go hack the buoys, and you have to go defuse bombs because Modi set off bombs in the biolab. That is sick. I really, really like that. I'm a really big fan of that step. I think it's really cool. I need to do the Easter egg more. I'm still a little bit fuzzy on specific parts of it, but can I talk about that boss fight though against Patient 13 or like the Kraken? That fight is fucking awesome. That fight alone is way better than anything in Cold War. They killed it. It's so good. You gotta pay attention. There's like attacks that take up the whole section of the arena. It's a big area too. It's bigger than it seems. It seems kind of small, but as you start playing on it, you're like, oh, you actually have a lot of room to move. There's like constant damage. You're always getting whacked by things, but it doesn't feel like super unfair because there's a lot of enemies and a lot of armor plates that are kind of around the ground. And it's a nice 3-phase structure with different weak points opening up at different times. And there's attacks that'll instant on you that are very obvious, like very easily telegraphed. Like the tongue attack, it's like so obvious when he's like getting nice and close to the stage and he's gonna do it. So if you got caught by that, you're just not paying attention. And yeah, I think the boss fight's awesome. It's definitely, I really hope that, I'm gonna stop saying spoiler things here. I really hope that that final encounter for Terminus is that they keep that trend of having the big cinematic final section for Terminus. I really hope they do that in other maps because they killed it and it was awesome and I loved it. And it was one of the most fun experiences I've had in Zombies in a very long time. And yeah, they killed it. It was awesome. I was such a big fan of what they did with the ending of Terminus. And then final cutscene. I said I wouldn't talk about spoilers. I won't talk about spoilers. But there's a lot of crazy things in that final cutscene, especially for people that have played previous Zombies games. I'm not gonna say any more, but damn. I don't know how that's gonna work out, but I'm at least interested. I'm intrigued. I'm very curious because there are some things that I wanted to see more of, and there might be more of that, it seems. I'm curious how they're gonna tie in extra things. I think I'm gonna leave with that. Yeah. But no, I'm very much looking forward to DLC 1. Even then, I'm looking forward to just loading up another game of BO6 because I am almost Prestige 1. And there's a lot of really cool Prestige rewards in this game. And I'm just having fun playing the game, grinding calling cards, and grinding camos. So let's talk about the camo grind real quick. It's pretty fun. I like that they changed it from Cold War, so it's not like you have to level up your weapon to this level, and then you can do these camos. Then you have to get to this level, and you have to do these camos. It's like the last challenge was like get 20 kills without taking a hit like 10 times or something was the last one in last camo challenge in Cold War. Like I would have had that done like halfway through my guns levels and wait, but now it's arbitrarily gated and artificially gated by getting to a certain weapon level. Glad that they got rid of that entirely. I wish there was a little more variety in camo challenges, but you know what, it's good enough. It's better that I can do things at my own pace and not be gated by stupid ass levels. I hated the weapon levels. I think it's so annoying. I played Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer, and that was one of my biggest complaints of that multiplayer was trying to grind camos and just, I have to get my weapon to level blah 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 yuck before I could use it and do this specific challenge I would have already done already. I think it's more understandable with like getting gold. Like I think this game has some challenges where it's like kill 10 zombies or 10 zombies really quickly 15 times to get the mystic gold camo. That's more understandable. It's just like a main camo. Like locking off, like even in Cold War multiplayer, like locking off like double kills to the end. Like, come on, bro. That's just a pain in the ass. It's so unnecessary. But no, there's not that issue in BO6, and I think it's better. I have the XM4 gold, and I have the Marine SP gold. I almost have the ASG gold. I'm almost done all the headshots. I have like 1,600 out of the 2,000 headshots, and then the extra challenges are not going to take long, like at all. Yeah, I'm excited to keep going for Nebula. I think it looks really good. It looked kind of odd in the pre-release because it's just a BO4 BO4. What's the word? Not master camo. Masterwork reactive camo. That's the word. It was a BO4 reactive camo, and it looked pretty good in BO4. But I think they made it look better in this game, and I'm really glad they did because it would have been lame if it just looked the exact same. So yeah. Nebula, very excited to grind for. I also just, Afterlife looks okay. It looks a little cartoony. Like the circles floating and like pulsing. It looks okay. Opal looks cool, and then Mystic Gold also looks cool. It's like a topological, geographical pattern in the gun. That's like gold and then black underneath. It looks sick. I like the camo grind. I'm excited to keep going on it. And yeah. Then other just like good improvements. Oh my god, I didn't talk about augments. Augments are an interesting system. They take way too long to level up though. I don't know why they take so long. It's a little goofy. But I think if they were like a little bit faster, like if I do around 35 exfil and I only get 2 tiers of augments, I don't know. That seems a little odd to me. I feel like I should get like a little bit more, maybe almost 3, like even 2.5. I don't know. Around 35 is like a lot, especially on Terminus, and there's a lot of shit you're doing. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like even if it wanted to be like a certain base progress for getting XP, and then if you got more for actually using that, like, I feel like if I'm using a healing aura and I have the healing aura research selected, I should get more progress for healing aura. Especially if I'm like healing people and getting reses with healing aura. Why is that not making more progress on my augment research? I don't know. It's a bit of a nitpick. It's not like the end of the world. Gobblegums are very interesting. I like that you can just earn them as you play. Great system, much appreciated. I've been getting like wonder bars, and it's awesome. I don't like that there's no classics though. No classics is annoying. I wish there were like indigestion and Newtonian negation. Those can have classics, right? Like, it's just a goofy gobblegum. It doesn't do anything. Make sure you're in plain sights and you're like double points and stuff. Like even anywhere but here's not a classic anymore, which I don't know. That's a little annoying. Nowhere but there was really broken in BO4. I get why it's not a classic anymore. Fair enough. But like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Perks. I didn't talk about perks. All the perks are good. I like all of them. Melee Macchiato is too weak though. I haven't gotten any augments for it yet, to be fair. But I don't know. I think Melee Macchiato needs some buffs. It's like you melee and then it takes like half a second for the character to actually do the melee in game. I don't know what's up with that. It should be like way more reactive and way more fluid using Melee Macchiato. It might get better once I get augments for it, but as of now, it's very low priority. I'm only going to really use Melee Macchiato when I want to level up the knife or get camos for my knife, because that's also one of the weapons you need gold for. I already have like half of those done. It's fun to use. Like, I like using the knife. It's a little, the melee is a little finicky, but yeah, it's alright. I guess other normal complaints that I had, replating with a Warzone like armor replating, it's like fine. It's not the end of the world. I don't like love it, but I accept it. I accept that this is what they're doing. Yeah, it's okay. It's really not the end of the world. It can be a little bit annoying. We're just kind of getting hit over and over, and it just kind of feels like you're constantly having to go replay with speed. If you have speed cola, it's not as bad, but like, just constantly have to just sit there and replay it, or like run around and be like, fuck, I need to replay it right now. And constantly just getting hit. You're like, god damn it, I gotta replay it right away. And then you're out of plates and you're like, fuck, I'm just gonna die immediately if I get grabbed by this amalgam right now. Because it's round 30 and I have no armor on me because I keep getting hit. Which is probably a skill issue. Like, I'm sure with better training and better strategies, that could just be avoided altogether. Because like, if you get grabbed with armor, it doesn't really do that much damage. I'm sure it might be will if you do it in even higher rounds. Like, I don't know if damage scales in when you get to like round 50, but I don't know. It's a thing. It's not the end of the world. Replating, it's okay. Some other nitpicks I have. I like the HUD. I like the changes they made to the HUD. I wish you could kind of change what types of enemies had health bars. So like, I don't need normal zombies to have health bars, but like if I could have amalgams and abominations have health bars, that'd be really cool. And on top of that, why are medals and notifications the same thing? Like, I don't need to see my medals, but I want to see when I level up in zombies. Like, I want to see when SAM trials pop up, or if I'm unlocking camos or attachments. I don't care to see I got the billionth massacre medal. I don't even know what that means. I don't care. Please make them individual. Like, I like that they're, I appreciate that they're there for people that want them, but like, man, let me just make them separate. I don't need to see my medals. I just want to, like, I already turned off the minimap in this game too. I actually don't mind having damage numbers. That's fine to me. It's a nice comparison for 2 weapons that I have in my inventory. Like, yeah, I don't need to see medals on my screen. Like, yeah, if you could turn off medals, yeah, just turn off the medals, please. I don't need to see that shit. Running past buyables are also a little less finicky, or a little more finicky in this game. Like, you kind of, I've noticed more in this game than other games where if I'm running past like a perk machine or a mystery box, I really need to like go right up to it, look at it dead on, give it that light skin stare, and then click X on it, and then I can leave. I gotta really stare that thing down. Like, running by and quickly buying something is not good. It's like really bad on the mystery box, I've noticed. You cannot just run by the mystery box and quickly buy it if you're like doing a train. You gotta sit there and just stare at it stone-faced and buy it, which is annoying if you're mid-round and trying to hit the box. Like on fire sales, man, shit's annoying. But that's something that can be like a lot of issues I have with this game can be patched, such as boss spam. Boss spam is really annoying, and like amalgam grab spam. That's stuff that can be toned down. That's not a fundamental issue with the game. Specifically mangler spam. I don't think mangler spam is needed. Like, I have clips of me playing Liberty Falls where I literally get shot at by 4 manglers in a fucking firing line. I'll put it on the screen if I can find it, but like, my god, that shit is not necessary, man. They really gotta chill with the mangler spawns. I don't appreciate that very much. But yeah, if they toned down the mangler spawns, that would be very nice. Or like, there's so many abominations when you're playing Liberty Falls co-op. It's crazy how many abominations start to spawn. Or like even amalgams on like 3-player Terminus. Amalgams aren't as bad because I don't know. I just tolerate amalgams more. Whenever I see an abomination, I'm like, oh god, because you have to wait for their eyes to open, and they're kind of inconsistent when they want to open their eyes, and it's just like, fuck. But no, it's okay. I think that's really all I have to say about Black Ops 6 Zombies. It's really good. I'm having such a fun time. I'm looking forward to doing the Easter egg solo. And yeah, I really hope that they keep up the pace and they keep up the... I think this is like a good level of complexity, at least for the launch map. But DLC 1, I'm hoping it's a little more complex with whatever the DLC 1 map is. Like whatever follows the Terminus story. Liberty Falls, that's meant to be the casual map. But I want another like more hardcore map. Something that doesn't need to be like physically harder to play. There's something that has like a little more of a I don't do 3 things. I mean, I wouldn't mind if power and pack-a-punch were separate, because power is kind of just you get the 3 power stations, then you get pack-a-punch, and that's Terminus, and then that's it. I wish there was a little more to it. I do kind of miss pack-a-punch quests, honestly. Like, I am a BO4 and BO3 enjoyer. Those games had their pack-a-punch quests. I wish there was a little more. Like, I think Gorod struck a good balance between getting to power, which is just like getting somewhere on the map, like Liberty Falls, for example. Where Pack-a-Punch would be, that would be like where power is in old maps. And then Pack-a-Punch would be some whole other thing. So I think things like that I would like to see improved. Like, this game's still really good. I think the team at Treyarch did a fantastic job, and whoever else worked on it, they killed it. They did a really great job. It's such a good improvement from Cold War. I'm a really big fan. I'm going to be playing this game for quite a while. I hope the honeymoon doesn't end, because this game still feels very fresh to me. And like I said, I've already almost Prestige 1, and I'm looking forward to playing more and running more Easter eggs, because I only did it with myself and Adam, which I did my Road to BO6 series with. I have to do it with my brother still, and then I have some other friends that they asked to do it with. So like, yeah, I'd love to do these Easter eggs again. Especially Terminus, because Terminus, banger, so good. Terminus, Treyarch, if they hear this, look at Terminus and be like, okay, how can we make Terminus even better? And that's what they do for the next map. Just more unique settings, more unique wonder weapons, unique enemies. Make zombies really have its own identity, because Terminus is great, and they're doing such a good job. Just please keep it up. And yeah, please make more bangers. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say. This went a little bit longer than I thought, but I just wanted to make this because I have been playing a lot of this game, and I'm a big fan, and I think that should be commended, and Treyarch should be commended for what they've done, because they've really pulled themselves together after Vanguard, which admittedly wasn't as bad as I ever thought it was going to be, but no, they killed it. And I hope they receive the right feedback and get the right signals to be like, hey guys, we did a good job, let's just keep this going, and they keep the momentum for the rest of the season. And yeah, so I hope you guys are playing BO6, and I hope you guys are liking it as much as I am. If you have complaints or have other comments, please drop them in the comments for this video. I would love to talk more about this game. I have so many other thoughts that I didn't put in this. I wouldn't mind making like a per map video at some point, like talking about just doing an in-depth map review, but it's not high priority. I have some other things I'm working on, plus I'm fucking busy playing the game still. definitely want to give, this is why it's a first impressions. I'm not gonna make, I want to make a map tier list, but I want to give these maps like a month or two. I really need to let them like sit with me after I've played them like 50 times each. I gotta, yeah. So yeah, thank you guys all for watching, and I'll catch you in another video.